It's September and this is the Library Roadshow. On the show today, the Career Center, Back to School Resources, and author Candace Fleming. Welcome to the September edition of the Library Roadshow. I'm Mary Stein, and this is a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. As of taping time, the library is still in Step 2, which means that all libraries are open 7 days a week. Computers and Wi-Fi are available at all locations, but the book stacks remain closed. So library staff will happily pull your desired items for you to check out. Think of us as your personal shoppers. Meeting rooms are still unavailable. As soon as we can open the book stacks for browsing, you can be sure we'll let you know via social media and the website. We like to put a spotlight on how easy it is to update your library card each September, even if you're not coming into our buildings to use computers or check out fresh books, audiobooks, movies, or music. You can use that card to access the digital library 24/7. And there is something there for everybody. We'll even make you a computer use only card over the telephone. Just call the circulation department at 231-3740 for information on your account. And speaking of the digital library, we're happy to announce that all of the audiobooks in RB Digital Collection can now be accessed through our Overdrive Collection through the Libby app. That means one-stop shopping. You can still find online magazines in Flipster and in RB Digital online magazines. And of course, all of the streaming media in Canopy, IndieFlix, Quello, and more. The online learning platforms, the news platforms, it's so much. That's why I suggest a quick visit to the Library Academy. If you work your way through the short videos that show what's in each of our premier database platforms, you'll become a power user in no time.
Free access to books, audio, and library resources are just a few of the benefits available to you when you get a library card. Need free access to a computer? You get that. Want free access to premium digital resources like Mango Languages and lynda.com? You get that. Need to book a meeting space? You get that. Heck, you can even check out a telescope or use a digital printer with your library card. If you live in East Baton Rouge Parish, pick up your free library card from your local branch library today. Premium access to everything the library system has to offer is waiting for you.
For every kind of service or resource that the library offers in the physical world, we've tried to offer something that parallels it in the digital library. This is especially important to remember as students return to school, whether in person, online, or a blend of both. The library offers a huge array of resources that not only fill in the gaps, but that also put your student on a positive trajectory this fall. Andrew Tatum joins us now to explain in the digital download.
School is back in session, and your library is here to help you get back in the swing of things. But did you know the library has more than just your summer reading books? Speaking of summer reading books, if you're still trying to get everything done before the first assignment, there are still waitlists for these books, but you can get digital audiobook and digital ebooks from us through Overdrive. And if you're done with your summer reading, we've got tons of paper writing resources. Gale Literary Sources has tons of literary criticism and analysis, Credo Reference for any starting points for your research, and Homework Louisiana to connect you with a live writing tutor in the Writing Center. And it's all available at that low price of free. To get more info on any of these online resources, head over to ebrpl.com.
Thanks, Andrew. I cannot stress how important it is for families to take advantage of these free resources. There are dozens of educational databases waiting for you, so many that it can be overwhelming to know where to start for your particular subject or grade level. In addition to resources that focus on reading and literature, we have math, science, social studies, the whole gamut. And don't forget, free online tutoring till midnight every night. The teen page and kids page on the library website have website walkthroughs that go into detail on what each resource offers. Of course, library staff are happy to point you in the right direction, and if you aren't familiar with working in an online environment, our library staff can even talk you through how to access and work effectively in each platform. Just give us a call or contact Library Information Service via email, text, phone, or chat. Let's shift gears and check in with Kayla Perkins, reporting in from Beyond the Stacks.
Since the COVID lockdown, we have been unable to host large-scale programming here at the library. It's been kind of quiet. This past week, the MidCity Microcon was hosted virtually, and while it was a great event, it reminded me how much fun last year's event was. So I thought it would be fun to take you back to the 2019 MidCity Microcon, hosted right here at the main library. Enjoy!
We're celebrating diversity in comics here at the main library at Goodwood for the second annual MidCity Microcon. Let's check it out.
My name is Jessica McDaniel. I'm the community programming librarian here at the main library at Goodwood. We are here for the MidCity Microcon. It is building worlds, breaking molds. We're celebrating diversity, inclusiveness, and representation in comic book characters, in their worlds, and in their fans.
The main library was filled with fantasy at the MidCity Microcon. Comic fans and lovers of fantasy movies got to meet the illustrators and interact with folks dressed up in cosplay. The spectacle also grabbed the attention of regular library patrons who couldn't help but get up close with the most creative of literary genres.
Our featured guest today is Ashley A. Woods. She is our featured illustrator. She is an amazing artist who does Niobe. She is Life. She also does Tomb Raider and a bunch of other stuff. Fabulous, fabulous artist, such a nice person.
Well, events like this are important because, it brings people together, and also it opens up people's eyes who aren't as acclimated with that culture. Maybe they have a surface level of knowledge as to the characters and the books. And so it brings people together, and it helps them get deeper into the art form. And I feel like it also clears up a lot of misconceptions as to what's the current dialogue or what have you. But overall, it just gives people an opportunity to have fun, relax, enjoy great art.
Ashley hosted a panel discussion at the MidCity Microcon entitled The Influence of Ink and How Comics Can Change the World, in addition to meeting fans in person.
It's all day throughout the first floor of the library, and even on the second floor, we have workshops, we have panels, we have an arts and comics market sponsored by LSU's School of Library and Information Science. Coca-Cola has done a wonderful job of donating some drinks for patrons to enjoy and attendees. We have local artists, we have local vendors, we have local shops, all things comic, nerd related. It's here.
If you missed this opportunity and you're aspiring to be a creator in this space, Ashley has some good advice for you.
I would just encourage anyone who wants to break into the comic book industry or TV, just keep creating, keep networking, and don't give up. Yeah, that's been repeated and it sounds almost cookie cutter, but it's cookie cutter because it's true. Yeah, so.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
What an amazing event. I can't wait to see what they got planned for next year. To find out what's coming up next, pick up a copy of our monthly newsletter, The Source, or visit us online at www.ebrpl.com.
We can't wait to get beyond Phase 2 and get back to hosting awesome programming like that. Keep your eyes on the calendar at ebrpl.com to find out first what programming is available at your East Baton Rouge Parish Library.
Thanks, Kayla. We're so appreciative of the artists and writers who joined us for this year's virtual Microcon, and of the staff who juggled all the technology to make it a success. If you missed it, archives of all the sessions will be posted for you to enjoy whenever you want. Visit ebrpl.com/MCMC for more information. And save the date for our next big bash, the Baton Rouge Maker Faire, coming up on Saturday, October 17th. Stay right there. After the break, Tara Deering joins me for a chat right here on the Library Roadshow.
The BSC is great at entertaining kids, and so is your local library. Libraries provide access to ebooks, like the Babysitter's Club series, to keep kids reading outside of school. They also offer great online educational programs for students of all ages. Libraries are great resources for summer reading and learning.
And they offer entertainment the whole family can enjoy together.
Books,
Movies,
music, and even video games.
go to your library's website or ilovelibraries.org to learn more.
I don't want to eat anything that has to be corned.
You don't like my corned beef sandwiches. You don't like my music. I don't think that's how friends work.
You're watching the September edition of the Library Roadshow, everything you need to know about your local library system. Now, for more than 4 decades, the East Baton Rouge Parish Library has hosted a nationally acclaimed writer or illustrator of books for children or teens. And COVID is not going to stop us from continuing this tradition. Tara Deering, Coordinator for Children's Services, joins me now to share what's on tap for this year's 43rd Annual Author Illustrator Series. Okay, Tara, tell us about our special author this year.
So this year we have Candace Fleming joining us. We are very excited. She has written over 30 children's and teen books.
It's a lot of books.
It's a lot of books.
Now, she's a writer, not a drawer.
Correct.
Not
She's
an artist.
author.
Right.
Mhm.
And are we going to do this as a virtual program?
We are not. We are going to do this as an in-person program.
Okay, live and in person here at the main library at Goodwood. Okay, so that means dates matter and times matter.
Yes, they do. So on October 1st, we're going to have our open to the public program in the evening starting at 7 p.m.
And this is generally something that families attend.
Right. We have families that attend this mostly. We do have a few people in the community who are teachers or librarians who come, but it's mostly
people
for
who just love children's literature
Absolutely.
come. Maybe they're
Right.
even a writer of them
Yes.
themselves. And this is a free program.
The Thursday night is the free program. It runs from about 7 until 8, and she'll talk a little bit about how she became a writer and the road to get there.
And it's always fascinating, especially when you have a writer with such a broad field, because she writes books for the very young all the way up through middle school. And there's a lot of variety there to go through.
There is. And she also writes a lot of nonfiction for both young and older readers
And
as
you know,
well.
we love nonfiction, especially for reluctant readers. I know especially Strongheart, the wonder dog of the silver screen, and the family Romanov. Oh my gosh, anything with...
And Strongheart is one of this year's nominees for the Louisiana Young Reader's Choice Award.
That's right. So children all over the state are being exposed particularly to this book, which is about a wonderful dog, a beautiful German Shepherd. And who doesn't love reading about dogs, especially when there's some truth to it.
Right.
Kids appreciate truth
They really do.
in what they're reading.
Yes.
Now, since it's in person, it's on October 1st. That's an easy day to remember. It's at 7 o'clock at night here at the main library.
Yes.
But because of COVID?
Because of COVID, we're doing things just a little bit differently. Normally, it's just open to the public.
Normally we pack them in, the more the merrier.
Right.
But that's not going to be possible this year.
This year we're going to have a registration.
That's right.
So we are going to limit it. Our max of capacity is going to be 75. So please register as soon as you can.
And when you register, because we have to go with 6 feet apart, just like when you go to, for example, the LASM to the planetarium, you know, one family group sits here and then you wait 6 feet and then another family group sits. So it's important for you to register and then tell us how many you're bringing.
That's correct. That way we know how to set up our room and earmark your spot.
Yeah, it's a different kind of world. And then there are actually 2 programs, because the next morning we do something almost the same, but a little different. Tell me about that one.
It's just a little bit different. It's more of a professional presentation.
Okay.
So that one, she'll get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty of her road to becoming an author.
And that one's set up for librarians, teachers, educators, people who are specialists in literature for young people.
Absolutely. And aspiring, as you said earlier, aspiring authors as
Right.
well.
Every time I listen in, I am freshly inspired. I'm freshly excited about that particular author. And then it gives me a new lens to look at other works. So I love this program. I think it's phenomenal. We've been doing this for now 43 years.
43 years.
Now, the one thing that's especially different about the Friday morning program is it's a true workshop. So it's kind of like you said, continuing ed. There's a very small fee for this. This is the only thing the library charges money for in the entire year. And it helps us recover costs to bring in this nationally known writer.
That's correct.
For children's materials. How do people register?
Okay. So we have our brochures that are going to be out now.
And it's online too.
It is online as well. So they'll just fill out their little registration form attached to their brochure.
Okay.
It's $25 for teachers and other professionals and librarians. It's $10 for any students who want to attend.
A lot of grad students.
Lots of grad students.
Great opportunity there. So the number one thing to remember is that parents, families, anybody who wants to come to the Thursday night program should call 231-3760. Which is Children's Services here at the main library. There's somebody at that phone 7 days a week, and you need to call to reserve your spot. Thanks, Tara. The library's so proud to keep this illustrious series going. It's a lot of work, but totally worth it to bring such wonderful authors and artists to the community. Really inspires the kids as well as educators. After the break, Shanna Forrestal, plus we have book reviews from one of our younger library patrons. All that and more coming up next on the Library Roadshow.
Connor is struggling in school.
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Download ebooks, audiobooks, music, and video with Overdrive's Libby app.
Welcome back to the September edition of the Library Roadshow. Why the Girl Became a Cat is a children's book about inclusion, empowerment, and finding your purpose. Author Shanna Forrestal joins me now by phone. Shanna, when did you get your start as an author?
So I got started writing, I've been writing pretty much my whole life, but not a book. This is my first book that I've authored, and I'm really excited about it. I was basically in a really bad car wreck 2 years ago, and I was in severe chronic pain, and I ended up having to stop working for a while. And during that time, I just kind of thought about some of the things that I hadn't accomplished with my life that I wanted to do, and there were a couple creative projects, and this was one of them that came to my mind, and I was like, if I don't do this, I'm just not going to have the legacy that I want to leave. So this is a fun children's book. The story idea had come to me pretty quickly, and I think it just kind of summed up some things that I had been thinking about, and so I decided to go ahead and get it in book format and get it out there. So yeah, this is my first book as an author.
What's this book about?
The book is about a little girl who decides to try on the idea of being a cat. She has all these options ahead of her, which is what the book is about, just letting little girls and all of us know that, we have options in life and that we have the ability to go after our dream, to go after our passion, and to become anything we want to be. But the little girl decides to be a cat for a little while, and so the book is about her adventure as a cat and just all of our adventure that we have been trying to figure out who it is and what it is that we want to be. And we hope that people walk away just encouraged to really pursue whatever it is that makes their heart light up.
What inspired you to write this book?
I was inspired to write the book when I was hurt because I had come up with the idea, and that just seemed like a good time to do it and to go through the process of publishing. But, growing up in South Louisiana, I don't think I knew that I had all of the opportunities that I had available to me. And I feel this urgency to encourage young people and really to just encourage anyone to go for their dreams. You know, I work with young people on the autism spectrum and was able to actually hire and mentor 4 young men on the autism spectrum with this project. And so my illustrator, Matt DeGaia, is on the autism spectrum. And when I had the book written, I reached out to a friend of mine that I knew was in a school that's training these young people. And I said, hey, do you have anybody who's an animator, illustrator? Because that's a gift that I do not have. I can't even draw a stick man. And she said, sure. And so I met with Matt, and I loved him immediately, and I really appreciated the empathy and insight he brings when it comes to the relationship between animals and humans. And I had seen his short film that was about animals that he had animated, and I just knew that he would be the one to bring this girl and her cat to life in the book. So he was a real inspiration to actually get it done. And then along the way, we hired a young man to shoot video for us, and we hired a young man to do editing for us, and we hired another young man who put the digital piece together. We actually have a digital copy of the book online as well. And it has all the girl sounds and the cat sounds, and it just brings the world to life. And that was also created by a young man on the spectrum. And so we're really proud of the hard copy and also the digital book that's available right now.
Shanna, what are you working on next?
Our next project is in the works. We can't talk about it too much right now, but all of the proceeds from the first book will go to help us hire and mentor these young men again for a second project. So we are working on that, and we'll be rolling that out on the site, the Why the Girl site. That's going to become a brand, and we'll be rolling it out on the site there. So keep watching, and you can see what we're doing next.
How can our viewers learn more about you?
You know, if you want to learn more about what we're doing, the best place to go is just to our website. It's whythegirl.com. And right now there's information about our first book, Why the Girl Became a Cat, but there'll be information there about future projects as well. And also, just to follow me in some of the other venues that I do storytelling in, which are films and things like that, they can find me at forrestallconsulting.com. And that's FORRESTALL consulting.com.
Thanks, Shanna, and good luck with the next project. And now it's time where we'd like to check in with one of our younger patrons and find out what they're reading at the library.
Hi, I am Biz, and I'm 5. My favorite book is Biscuit. This is Biscuit. Biscuit is small. Biscuit is yellow. Time for bed, Biscuit. Woof, woof, Biscuit wants to play. Time for bed, Biscuit. Woof, woof, Biscuit wants a snack. Time for bed, Biscuit. Woof, woof, Biscuit wants a drink. My mommy brings me to the library.
Thanks, Amethyst. We love to see what our younger readers are enjoying. Biscuit's not only a sweet series, but it also really helps younger readers gain confidence in their reading. Stay right there. You're watching the Library Roadshow.
Do you wonder how your family landed here? Do you really know your family roots? Discover more about your family history at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library Genealogy Department. East Baton Rouge Parish Library. Become a member and discover more.
As the nation's doctor, I often get asked, what should I do if I think I might have coronavirus?
People who are sick should stay home. You don't go to an emergency room, you don't go to a clinic. You get on the phone and you ask for advice and instructions from your physician.
We don't want you to go into the ER or the doctor's office without talking to them first because you might spread coronavirus to someone else. Please visit coronavirus.gov for more information.
You're watching the September edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. We're adding a new segment to the show this September. The Career Center is a service for job seekers and for anyone looking to advance their career. The Career Center is located on the first floor at the main library in Goodwood, and over the past few years, they've offered free classes, coaching, and seminars to thousands of library patrons. But COVID has forced us to find new ways to share tips and techniques to help you with your career search. Lynette with the Career Center joins us now to share details on a new free resource available to the public.
Hello, my name is Lynette and I am a career specialist with the Career Center at the East Baton Rouge Parish Library. The Career Center's mission is to help our patrons with all aspects of job searching and career planning. Today, I am excited to announce that we have a new resource for our patrons. The Career Center has launched its own YouTube channel. Our channel is called EBRPL Career Center. The videos we post will provide guidance for viewers on a number of job search and career development related topics. For example, one playlist consists of videos showing how to answer common interview questions, including a demonstration of what not to say. Another playlist contains walkthroughs of the online application process for common employers, which is very useful for people who don't have much experience using a computer to apply for a job. There's also a playlist which reviews work-from-home websites to help people find legitimate remote work opportunities. Our videos come in a variety of lengths, from 2-minute quick tips to 30-minute in-depth seminars. So whether you want to brush up or delve deep, we've got something for everyone. We add new videos every Monday morning and Thursday afternoon. Again, our channel is called EBRPL Career Center. We invite all of our patrons to subscribe. We would be delighted to have our patrons use this resource to help them become more knowledgeable job seekers. And we would love to hear from our patrons with ideas and suggestions for more videos. Leave your comments on the channel or feel free to call the Career Center at 225-231-3733.
Thanks, Lynette. So just like the bookmobile, if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Only this time, the Career Center is coming to you digitally via YouTube. And now for today's contest. Visit the library's Facebook page at facebook.com/EBRPL. Since Candace Fleming is bringing Gator Gumbo to us at the Author Illustrator program, I'd like to see your version of how a gator would make his gumbo. That's facebook.com/EBRPL. And while you're there, enjoy. We're not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow in October? The Baton Rouge Maker Faire, one way or another.
Coming up on the show next month, Adam and I will share another resource from the digital library with you.
Tune in next month and I'll take you beyond the stacks to see what's happening at your local library.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow. And remember, your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each and every one of 14 branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at ebrpl.com.
And that's how I roll.